Steve Blair 2010 here with some helpful tips and strategies that could help you do better on, or even 5-star, Through the Fire and Flames on Expert on Guitar Hero. Now this tutorial is just for lead guitar, so I'm sorry if you're a drummer, bass player, or a singer. Again, this tutorial is only for lead guitar. Sorry. First of all, I will be talking about the smash hits version of Through the Fire and Flames, but these tips can be helpful to you even if you're playing the Guitar Hero 3 version, so don't just exit out of the video yet. Now, I 5-starred the song using these methods, but if you're just going for 4 stars or even just trying to do better on the song, then these tips could still help you, so again, keep watching. First tip, oddly enough, is to put just a little bit of lotion on the tips of your fingers to help you slide up and down the neck better. Believe me, it definitely works. It seems like it might be a little too slippery and slip off the buttons, but you really need to move quickly on that song. I think all of you know that. So believe me, being able to slide up and down quickly like that, it definitely helps. You can need all the help you get on that. Also, when it comes to star power, use star power on the sections that you do best at, not on the sections that have the most notes. Because no matter how many notes the section has, it doesn't matter how many notes there are, because if you can't hit the notes, if you can't keep a good streak going to get a high multiplier, you're not going to get the kind of points you need to get 4, maybe even 5 stars on this song. So just remember to practice the song a few times, find out which sections you're good at, and use star power on those sections, even if they aren't very fast, even if there's not as many notes as in, say, like some of the solos. Just use star power when you can get the highest multiplier. I can't stress that enough. Another good thing to know is know where all the star power phrases are in the song. Go through the song on quick play and learn where the star power is. Learn which sections have the star power phrases and practice those sections a lot so you can get as much star power as possible. Obviously, if getting 5 stars on a song, you gotta get the highest score, and star power helps you get that highest score. So just every section that you can, get the star power phrases, learn where they are, so you can practice those sections and get better at them, like I said. But now, say if you're playing on the Guitar Hero 3 version, ignore So Far Away 3 or the Red Snake. Okay, I 5-starred both the Guitar Hero 3 and the Smash Hits versions, and I didn't get the star power phrase on that section on either version. And again, I still 5-starred it without that, so don't worry about that section. Don't lose sleep over that one. It's fine. The first thing you need to focus on in the song is the intro. Now, best case scenario would be for you to FC this section. But if not FC it, at least get the 2 star power phrases that are in the intro, so you can use star power as soon as possible and really max out your score. Okay, now this is a very important section of the song and can make or break you getting a new high score or even getting 5 stars on this song. Now, the easiest way to FC this is to tap it, obviously, and after this clip I'll be explaining my tapping method to you. Yes. So, even though I play on lefty flip, my tapping method will work just as well for you if you play on regular. Anyway, the only buttons that you'll be fretting with your normal fretting hand will be green and red, like so. And the rest of the buttons, yellow through orange, you will be tapping with your other hand like this. Okay? And the pattern will look like this. And the pattern just repeats after that. So, obviously, you start out on slowest, and over time, as you get the hang of it, go to faster and faster speeds until you get it down. So, it's easy. That's my tapping method for the intro. Now I'll bring up one of the tips I mentioned earlier, and only use star power in the sections that you're good at. Me, I get the star power on the intro, but then I don't use it on the section right after it called Grinding Scales, because I'm not very good at that section. I miss a lot of notes in that. So I wait until after that, the first guitar break, where it's just a few chords and the singer starts in with "On a cold winter morning, in the time before the light." Anyway, when the notes start back up again, when the guitar really gets back in there again, there's a lot of notes, I wait until I have at least a ×3 or ×4 multiplier, and then I use star power there to get the most score possible, because I'm good at that next section. But if you're good at grinding scales, then by all means use that star power as soon as possible. Okay? Aside from my general tips and my talk about the intro, There are some sections in the song that I'll be listing off in a minute that are very important to getting 5 stars. Getting these sections down will really help you get the highest score you can. So, here are the sections. In addition to using star power at the beginning of the section, I also try to get the star power phrase at the end of the section, and I'll explain how to tap that. Here's where the star power phrase is. So, here's how you tap the end of Hold Your Ground B and get that star power phrase. First, you hit the chord, and at the end of the chord, slide down to green to get the first of the tapping notes. And then, after that, the ascending triplets that look like that. And then there's a quad after that. Holding down green still, obviously, you tap the first 2 of each triplet with your regular fretting hand, and then tap the others with your other hand. So it would look like this. And with the quad at the end, I just go like this. Tap the triplet with your normal fretting hand, and then the orange with the other hand. So the whole thing together would look like this. It's that simple. And then, if you do that, you do it correctly, you'll get that star power phrase. That's it. This is another important section, and I'll also be explaining how to tap this. Tapping outro B is very simple. Simply hold down green and hit every yellow with your ring finger on your normal fretting hand, and hit every orange with your other hand, and switch between the two as you're going. So it'll just look like that. It's just that simple. Now, before I go, I just gotta say the thing that everyone hates to hear in a tutorial video. Practice, practice, practice. That's very important. These tips are going to help you, and it's going to be much easier for you to 5-star the song or do better or whatever it is you're trying to do with the song. But, again, you know, as everything is with training, it just comes down to practice. I hope these tips have been helpful for you and have really allowed you to do better on or even 5-star through the Fire and Flames. This has been Steve Blair 2010. Good luck, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more.